that was Love Song by Sarah Bareilles. I like saying that because it sounds like I know French. I don't. Sorry. So I've got Sue Cook in the studio with me. Hello, Sue.
Hiya, how are you doing?
I'm good. It's lovely to see you.
And you?
You were listening with interest to the last interview, but you couldn't really hear it because I had my headphones on. But hopefully you can listen again. So if anybody wants to listen to Miranda Horvath again, Professor Miranda Horvath, she's absolutely amazing, a real force for good. And you can also check her out. She's on University of Suffolk website, so if you just search for Miranda Horvath, Horbath, and you can see some of the amazing work she's been doing. So fascinating woman. So Sue, you were, I think, one of my first. I think you were the first.
Yeah. Lovely day, wasn't it? I loved coming over.
Do you remember coming in?
Yeah.
And that's going back quite a long
6
time.
years?
Yeah, because I think
like
I
that.
Started in 2018 or something like that.
So I must have just moved to Felixstowe at that point.
I
was a new girl.
And I'd just taken, taken voluntary redundancy from the university and started this, and I thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to carry on. I don't know if I'm going to... So
and now look at you.
I did it once a fortnight for a while, just to see whether I had enough women to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, really, what a silly thing to think. We have some amazing women around here, don't we?
I enjoyed meeting Leanne Gittins before when I was on with you and Amanda Hodgkinson. It was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and Leanne and Amanda I've spoken to since, and Amanda's been supportive of WAMFest, so it's really brilliant. I mean, it's the kind of thing you do for fun, and because I don't get paid, it's all voluntary, but what a reward I get.
But it's connection, isn't it? And we need connection, and we need to feel like we're part of a community. I think that's so important.
I think that's it does give us strength, doesn't it, women? And it's not anti-men, it's just saying actually sometimes we have to put up with quite a lot. So let's
we can have a voice too.
Let's stick together, So tell me a little bit about you, Sue.
Well, so I've been a therapist for 27 years. Can't believe it's that long already. So I've been a homeopath all that time. And then when my oldest son, who's 23 in a couple of weeks, was 6, he was diagnosed with off-the-scale learning issues. So I learned neurodevelopment to help him, and then that turned into my life for a lot of years. So I had patients coming in from all over the world, didn't I? And I ended up writing books and winning 5 business awards. It was bonkers. And now my children are older, so my youngest is 20 in 3 months. I don't really see that many neuro patients anymore, but I can still do it. I still train people, which I absolutely love. I just love it all. And recently I trained in EMDR, which is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, which is a trauma therapy, very interesting. And also hypnotherapy for people who might have trauma that they got shot of. So, as well as the homeopathy.
Really? So, I mean, that EMDR, go back to that, because that sounds fascinating.
Yeah. Well, the way I kind of envisage it is, so if we have a memory of something, say that there's this imaginary memory here, and it's got the memory and the emotion together, and we use eye movement, so we track left to right, and we just take the emotion out, so it's not with the memory anymore.
Right.
So you've still got the memory, but you're not upset about it.
Yes.
And then the emotion, it just dissolves away.
That must be so valuable. I mean,
it's
thinking
brilliant.
About the conversation we've just had with Miranda, that, if you can wipe the memory that
well, you wipe the
painful,
pain. You can still remember it, but it doesn't hurt you anymore.
No.
And that's really significant. And I had it done on me by a wonderful friend of mine called Jenny Lynn, who's a psychotherapist, years and years and years ago when I first met her. And I was upset about something, and she got shot of it in 10 minutes. And I thought, my goodness, this is amazing. And so I learned it.
Yeah,
so I can help other people who've got trauma and things as well that they don't want anymore, because who does? Exactly. We don't want that stuff.
And how long does it take? I mean, I know you said
15, 20 minutes
really?
To clear an issue, if
Right,
that
gosh.
depends. You have to prepare your patient first. So they have to go into a happy place and remember the trauma as well. And then you just take it out, and you have to sort of create a nice environment for them in their head.
Yes.
And then it just goes. It's amazing.
And this is by looking at somebody in the eye.
Yeah. So they track your finger like this, left to right. But if somebody hasn't got good vision, you can go left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, one side to the other. So basically you're changing from one side to the other, and that removes, it does the same thing. It takes out the emotion from the memory.
Right, and that's, talking about left brain, right
Yeah.
brain, I suppose.
Yeah.
Gosh, and, the hypnotherapy is also a kind of that kind
Brilliant.
of philosophy, isn't it? That you get walked through your memories.
Yes. You can go in there and you can change things. You can recreate new things, or you can get over things that were troubling you, or work stuff out. Absolutely brilliant, the way the mind is.
Yes, and
the potential.
The neurodevelopment, can you explain a little bit more? Because you've got an organisation, a company called
Brain Buzz, yes. Yeah. So with neurodevelopment, it's about creating optimally functioning nerve pathways in the brain so that people can function more efficiently. It's not about making anyone wrong, but sometimes people who've got poorly functioning nerve processes have got labels. So that might be a label of dyslexia or something like that. And it comes down to what's been going on in the brain stem, and sometimes what's going on in the corpus callosum and places like that. But if you can sort that out and make that work more efficiently, then a lot of the issues you're having trouble with, you stop having trouble with them.
And you were saying you don't do so much with young people anymore.
Not so much. I still can, and I have got patients this month actually for neuro, and I love it. But it's just not taking up all my time anymore, because I literally stopped practicing homeopathy for about 10 years, pretty much, so that I could just focus on the neuro, because they were, within 3 months of learning neuro, I'd treated over 100 children, and it's now in the thousands.
My goodness. And you now, obviously, they've grown.
Yeah.
And do you keep in touch? Do
you
see what they're going through?
Yeah, quite a lot of them do. In fact, my first ever paying patient for that, the mum texted me at the New Year to say Happy New Year. And I treated her son 16 years ago, and I've stayed in touch. Gosh. That's how gorgeous it is. That's why it's such a beautiful therapy, because it impacts people so deeply, and we do stay friends. Very often, so it is lovely.
As a parent, as a mother, you never feel you can do enough to change or impact.
And you will do anything to help our children.
Absolutely. Let's have some music. I've got Women's Love Rights by Laura Lee.
Wonderful.